Okay, so I wanted to use this as sort of like a video diary. The last few weeks have been a real struggle. I don't know if it's grief, if it's this gloomy weather with no sun. I don't know if it's just overwhelm. I don't know if it's depression. I honestly don't know if there is a one single aspect of this that has caused such a sadness in my soul, I guess you could say. So we have taken a few weeks off of homeschooling for spring break, and I think the disruption in our normal routine has caused some battle within my own self. I think the kids have had a great time with it. They've enjoyed the time just being free and playing and all that. But I do think we struggle a little bit when we are not on our typical routine. I think we thrive off routine. So even though, you know, not every day of homeschooling is magical, there's tears sometimes, there's bitterness, there's anger. I guess not anger, more of like frustration with whether it's the material or just, you know, staying on task for a certain amount of time. I think though that even though there are some tough days just like everyone has, I think we do better when we're on our typical routine. So I have just been struggling through these past few weeks, and just whenever I'm in these moods, I of course let myself feel it. I think it's important to feel your feelings, but I also want to fix it. I always want to fix it. I'm always trying to seek out what I can do to make this better. Like, I don't want to feel this way forever. We have our times where, yes, of course, it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be angry, it's okay to feel hurt, it's okay. All of those feelings are okay. But the problem is when we get stuck in that pattern and we stay in it for a lengthy amount of time. As a parent and as the provider inside the home, like I'm providing, you know, their schooling and their care and trying to help them be mentally healthy, physically healthy, all of these things, and it's exhausting, and it's hard to figure it all out. My children and my dog found me. Anyways, so although I'm a huge advocate for feeling your feelings, doing what you need to do to get through kind of those tough times, I'm also really big on how do I go forward from here? What do I do with this? What do I do with this energy, and how do I make it better? How do I repair and then continue on? So I've been working on figuring that out for myself, and it changes all the time from week to week. Whatever is helpful for me one week may not be the same thing the next week, and I'm all for self-care. I'm all for you know, physical activity. I'm all for moving your body. I'm all for all of these healthy things, eating better, sleeping well, but that can only go so far, and you should do them anyways, but it's not the cure-all. And so I'd like to come up with different solutions. So today I started a routine, and I'm really bad at sticking with routines. Like I have a routine around my home, like when I clean things, when I do laundry, when I do dishes, when I do animal chores, when we do school, that kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be the exact same time every day. It's really whatever works for us. And things can be flexible. They have to be flexible, because when you have kids, things have to be flexible. You can't be so strict and rigid on everything. So today I started this thing, and I'm really hoping that I continue on with it. But I we did all our morning things. We had lunch. We listened to our audiobook at lunch. That's what we do for school anyways. And then I got all the kids ready in their own activities and told them I was going down to the sunroom for a 15-minute meditation. And so that's exactly what I did. I set my handy little timer for, it's 15 minutes long. I set it where I could see it. I turned on my little fireplace. I got on my meditation cushion. I had some tea that I made, some peppermint tea, and brought it down. I played some music, which was helpful to kind of drown out the sound of the kids upstairs. Unhelpful in the way that I got sucked into my phone for a few minutes. So I probably did about 13-minute meditation rather than 15. But my main takeaway is that I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. And I think it's more of that I'm forcing myself to take time phone-free and distraction-free, more so than the actual meditation itself. Because a lot of people think meditation is sitting with your eyes closed, thinking about nothing for whatever set of time. And although that is a type of meditation for some, I find meditation for myself is more of allowing myself that time to sit and focus either on my breathing or focus on one task. It could just be looking outside. It could be sitting outside, listening to the rain. Meditation to me isn't, again, kind of like with our routine, it's not strict, it's not rigid, it's flexible. So I guess basically trying to tune into myself and think of, what do I need today? And today I needed a moment to sit and just sit, not scrolling on my phone, not listening to an audiobook, not writing a list, not doing work on my computer. Even creative things like painting and all of the many hobbies I have are great, of course, but they are a distraction and they provide me a way to escape my feelings. So today I needed to sit and feel things, and while I was in this zone of meditating, I had some moments where I felt kind of teary, emotional, and then I somehow went into planning some things I can do with the kids in the future in regards to our homeschool days, and just carving out time for each of them individually, because I have become such a distracted parent. I am always doing something on my phone, whether it's listening to music, listening to a book, listening to a podcast, scrolling things, working. I've become so distracted. I feel like I don't carve out time for them anymore, and I feel like my presence should be enough, but I know that's not enough. I know that I need to spend actual intentional time with them. So in my meditation process, I felt all the things and felt a little bit of guilt in the parenting realm. So I came up with some ideas, and I'm recording this so that, I don't know, maybe I can put something together maybe after a week, after 2 weeks, maybe after a month, where I kind of record how this is going, like what's working, what's not, reflecting on it. I'm big on reflection. And yeah, so we'll see how this goes. So far, day one is going well. It has gone well. I am done with it for the day. And yeah, so I'll check back in hopefully tomorrow, or maybe I can make this like an every few day thing. And yeah, so day one.